Hi all, welcome back to more Empyrion. Hal here, and today we're going to dig a hole. Not just any hole, a hole through the mountain. Why? Because we've got our basic base in place. We're going to have to go grab some food at some point here in the near future as well for our character. But for the most part, we are pretty good to go. Now, I did do a little bit of work off camera. If you're interested, I will show that to you here shortly. Okay, so let's actually, did I bring concrete? Okay, I did. So we're going to put those up here. Now, let's show you what I've done. Since we've got a little bit of time before things start blowing up again. Okay, so we now have our two gunnery positions out here. A bit of away from the core, so if anything spawns and we're in the general area, these guys will be able to defend the base. We did just use concrete for all of this. I'm not that worried about it, but as you can see, we have buried the entire entrance to our base. And I will probably, you know what, come back in here and do a little bit more backfilling. But what we're waiting on right now is I've got ammo being made. So while we're waiting for the ammo to be made, we're going to go ahead and start working our way through the mountain so that we can get things in position so that we'll be able to assault that base, because we're going to take out that headquarters today. That's my intent. So what I may do is, I haven't decided if I'm going to do a time lapse for the mining, because it's going to be pretty boring. It's basically me going straight through the mountainside. But some people enjoy that, so you know. We'll see. I'll probably record it and I'll make a decision later on whether or not I'm going to do anything with it. But yes, you guys are so going down. Look at that base. Thankfully, we were able to peel most of the defenses off of it before we ran out of railgun ammo. But I could make more railgun ammo for the ship. However, meh. I'm going to do it this way. Why? Because we can. Alright, so let's go ahead and get back down here safely. I am going to go ahead and continue digging. Like I said, I will probably record it and have it here just in case. Oh, look at you. Aren't you all... Whoop. Aren't you all fancy? Sneaking in over here. There we go. Alright. So yeah, as you can see, I did upgrade the base a little bit. We've got all sorts of wonderful stuff in here. We got some combat blocks out. We've got our door in place. And we have the entranceway just big enough for the ship. We didn't need to be anything massive. Do I have... I do have food blocks. Okay, so I'm not even going to worry about that. So what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and get in here. I'm going to start using a few of these now that we're away from the core. And basically we're going to punch a hole straight through this mountain. Simply because we can. Oh, get out of there. Alright, so I will see you all shortly. And we're back. So, I had an idea. They've given us these new HV drills. We're actually a high enough level that we can even use the turret drills now. So let's build an HV. And grab all of those. I'll grab this. Doesn't need to be anything overly complex. We're just going to go ahead and grab... oh, a few too many blocks there. So we're going to do that. We're going to do this. Let's grab... Where are my... Oh, it's under weapons. I'll remember that at some point. Because I'm sitting here going, you know, using all this ammo and everything, I'm like, why am I doing this when I could just be using these? And now we can put 6 of these on a single craft. So we're going to use all 6 of them. And basically what I'm going to do is build a mining rig that will allow us to mostly drill straight down this hallway that I've been making. So as you can see, we've got a nice long strip of hallway here. We are about halfway through the mountain, I believe, at this point. Let's check really quick. Yeah, so we're about halfway through the mountain. We're going to break out over here somewhere, and that should put us... Let's bring that map back up here really quick. That should give us a pretty good arc of fire on the fortress. So we'll see. And what I'll probably do is build a small artillery platform that will just rain death on the base, tenderize it a little bit, so that we can basically sneak in on this side. There's still a couple of guns facing us. I want to make sure that we get rid of all of the weapons, and, well, at least the ones facing us, until we can get in there and disable the core. So, how are we doing for parts? One of the things I love about these crafters is that you can build so quickly with them. Okay, so... Now this doesn't need to be anything complex, so we're just going to build one of those. One of these, one of these. Do I want 4? Yeah, we'll go ahead and make 4 of these. Why not? We just need enough lift to actually get us off the ground. I do want this thing to be overly mobile, so, or nimble, I should say. Harvest box. Sure, we'll put a harvest box on it. 2 cargo boxes. We'll even do a mobile constructor simply because we can. Alright. Did I not build an oxygen station? Well, that's not good. That's okay, we have one here. Nice thing about having all of this stuff together is that we can do this. Okay. There we go. Let's see where you are for parts. You are mostly done. Now, this is going to be a ridiculously bare bones build. We're going to put the open cockpit pretty much in the middle of the platform. Alright, so that thing's building those. So we can go ahead and get started on this. Like I said, it's not going to be anything overly complex. It really is going to just be a absolute minimalistic in the extreme. Whoops, that's the wrong block. I want that block. Thank you. We're going to put this here. I do need to make a couple of thrusters as well. Alright, so we're going to put the seat here. We're going to mount a drill to either side of the seat. Probably a drill on the 2 sides here. I mean, technically I could just get rid of all 3 of these blocks on the side and just do 6. You know what? We might do that. We might just do that. Because if we put... this should be interesting. We're going to get rid of pretty much all of this. Okay, so we need the seat. Alright, and let me show you what I'm thinking here. Okay, so we need to wait for all of this stuff to finish manufacturing. So what I'm going to do is, because I am basically going to need all of these parts to do all of this in pretty much a single go. I'm going to go ahead and do a quick cut, and we will be right back once all the parts are made. Okay, and we're back. So I've gone ahead and placed a spotlight on this thing. I've got the command seat, or the open cockpit, and 1 set of drills, right? So here's what we're going to do. We're going to get rid of that, put these in here. So we're going to do an RCS here, an RCS here, and then what we will have is we'll have a reverse thruster on the front of the cockpit, a side, the 2 lateral thrusters, 1 on either side, and then a push thruster behind. And what we will do with this is that we'll say, can I see if I can do this? Come on. This is not a time for the crappy jumping controls to be playing havoc here. Okay. You're going to make me place the block first, aren't you? Okay, fine. Those thrusters are being produced, right? because we still need to put the power and the fuel tank and the generator in. So we just need to wait for the thrusters to be made. So what we're going to do here is, let's see, because we're going to put lift unit, 2 more RCSs on top of that. Alright, so let's go generator. Alright, so we're going to have an RCS, or a lift unit there, RCS on top of it. I'm thinking... we do a generator there. Let's go ahead and make a second fuel tank. Just because. And this will allow us to get things going here. All right. The heck? Okay, I guess that works. Alright, so let's grab our lift unit. So we're going to have a lift unit here. We're going to do a lift unit here. Do we have the other 2 RCSs? We do. Let's go ahead and place those. 8. Number 8. Okay. And then we're going to do 2 more drills on top of here. So we'll have... whoops, that one's too far back. Make sure I've got that set to reclaim. Anything else is good? Okay. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. There we go. Like a so. I should probably fix that so I don't have the pit of doom there. Okay. Now I am thinking about, do I want to do it like this? I think I want to do this. I should have, there it is. Okay. And we have our harvesting kit, our harvesting box, I should say. That we will have like so. Let's see, our fuel tank. We're gonna, actually, you know what? Let's leave that like that, shall we? Oh, let's see, we got our CS. We got pretty much everything we need at this point, right? Thrusters in the other fuel tank. Oops. And while it is a bare bones system, I figured, we may as well, you know, go ahead and have some fun with it. There we go. That gives us that. We'll be able to put an air tank in, a couple of air tanks actually. Oh, see, that's what I'm forgetting. I'm forgetting air tanks. All right, so now we go one thruster here, and we have to have a retro so that we can stop. There we go. And I really need to fix that. Okay. So, what else do we have? We have cargo boxes. And I still need to put on the other 2 lift engines, which are going to be back here. So we're going to do cargo boxes. Let's grab those really quick. And then I would really like to have the lift engines off on this side a little bit, like a little bit more, just to do a little bit more stability. Actually, you know what? With the way the drills are set up, we should have clearance for it, so then we'll do 2 oxygen tanks. Actually, what's our weight up to? Let's see how this thing handles first, before we do too much more. Okay, so it does tend naturally down, which is good. But I'm thinking for this particular build, we're gonna... So we want this to basically... We want this to go as straight as possible. So I'm thinking for this build I'm going to move the hover engines up. Okay, so let's see where can we put the hover engines? You know what? Let's go ahead and grab them out of there. All right. So happy that that is now consistently pulling the blocks. It was really, really annoying when it was sometimes returning parts even on grids that I owned. So we're going there. Okay, how far did I put it? I put it flush with the front of the block. Okay. Okay, so we will need a couple more cement blocks, which is fine. I think I have some. Got one. Oh. We need, I don't know. We'll just go ahead and craft 10. Because we can, actually. 11 to make it an even 12. There we go. See, nice and simple, right? So what we're going to do is we're basically building a platform so this thing can stay level until it gets into the stone here. Once it's into the stone, it should be digging its own path. So we're going to add a bunch of fuel to that. We're going to get all of these blocks off our inventory. And now we're going to mine our way through the mountainside. Hopefully. Alright, see how long this takes. Come on. I really want to be able to just use these things like we do in Space Engineers, where you can, you know, terraform with the drills. Come on, guys. You can do it. You can do it! Okay, I want to make sure that we are... Come on. Oh, really? How are we doing here? Okay. Alright, so I'm going to go ahead and do a quick cut, and we're going to continue digging through here, and I will bring you back once we are further along. See you in a bit. And we're back. So, came back to grab some oxygen. We're going to leave this here. We're going to leave it run just to show you what we've gotten done here. So as you can see, I did end up putting a turn in the tunnel here. What we're going to do is we're going to run some blocks down here, but we've broken through right here. Now, just to give you an idea where we are, see if I can get... a little bit more of this out of here so we can... So we are right here. Just outside of their firing range. So what we're going to do is we're going to go back, build a platform that is specifically for an artillery piece, move it up here. I'm going to basically flatten all of this out, get some blocks up here so that we can put artillery in, and we're going to nuke that base. So anyway, I think that is going to about do it for us today. Like I said, I've got to come through here, fix a bunch of this stuff. So when you come back on Friday, we should be ready for fireworks. So if you enjoyed the episode, make sure you hit that like button. If you have any questions or comments, throw them down in the section below. And if you are new to the channel, welcome to the channel. If you have not yet had a chance to, I do ask that you subscribe, as the likes, the subscriptions, and the comments all really do help the channel to grow, and they're greatly appreciated. It's also an easy way to let me know that you're enjoying the videos, and well, that's what I want to do. I want to keep making things that you enjoy. So anyway, I'm out of here. I hope you all have a fantastic week, and we will see you back here on Friday for more Empyrion. As always, folks, take care and be safe out there, everybody.